Welcome to Eastbourne.
Thank you.
You're very popular online. I've been following your YouTubing for a couple of years now as an aviation fan. What do you think of Eastbourne? Is this your first time?
It's my second time, and it's a fantastic air show, and it's one definitely not to be missed. A lovely variety of aircraft, and also the stands here representing all the aspects of the Royal Air Force, Army and Royal Navy on the ground as well. And it's a wonderful opportunity to give youngsters an opportunity to think about a career in Navy, Air Force or Army, and also get to see the end product, which is air superiority. It's really, really exciting stuff.
Okay, so tell me about yourself and Ted.
Yeah, so myself and Ted, we broadcast military aviation around the country. We'll go to anywhere as an air weapons range to a base in a viewing area where we can watch aircraft safely. And we go to Mach Loop and low-flying areas. And we just teach and inspire. So I study a lot of history of the Royal Air Force and literally inspire the future generation of pilots, as well as making sure that they don't forget the history behind it, because I find that very important. So Ted does a lot of work with the cadets, so we love doing cadet talks as well. So sometimes we'll get squadrons, their OC message me so we can do a cadet talk. So with no military background, it's quite interesting that I'm there representing our future generation, where we can inspire the next future generation of Royal Air Force crew.
We did some interviews yesterday with the cadets. I was a cadet. Hopefully my son will become a cadet. How important do you think those cadets are for the future of aviation and our forces?
Oh, absolutely, very important. I think cadets is the start to teach them the basics, so that when they go on, it teaches them discipline as well, how to look smart, presentable with that discipline, so they can then take on those attributes to their career. So I find it fundamentally important for that.
So back to the flying, what's excited you this year? Is there anything new that you haven't seen before, or anything outrageous that you want to?
I'm a big fan of variety, I really am. So I do get asked a lot, which is your favourite aircraft? And the channel teaches viewers to really appreciate what's going on. So you take a Grob Tutor and then you take a Typhoon. I know the crowds will just run up to the Typhoon. But for example, Bob Dews is an excellent pilot who teaches our future generation of Royal Air Force pilots the skill involved to do that. So our channel really focuses on all the demands physically as well, to what they have to cope with, taking all those G's. So I actually am excited to see them all. Even from a wing walker, I mean, that's something I don't know if I'd allow Ted to do that, but
might have struggled to strap him in. Well, that's the only problem with that one. So, how does Eastbourne compare to? I mean, you go to a lot of air shows. You spend your whole life doing this. How does Eastbourne compare to any other air show you go to?
So it's a lot more family orientated in some ways, but I also like the seaside feel to it. So you go to Riyadh, you know what to expect. Good old gutsy fighter after fighter after fighter. Here, and here you've got the seaside, you've got the smell of donuts going around and all these takeaway stands as well, but with the sound of the seagulls with it. So I think it gives a whole different feel to where you are. I like the fact that it's helping local businesses in the area as well. I find it really important. So I kind of like the buzz of that everyone's coming, and all businesses are going to be thriving, and they depend on that. So I find that really important. So comparing it to air shows and displays and things like that, I like the backdrop. It's different. So you can have the same displays in, let's say, the old Buckingham, but it'll be a different feel.
So you were here broadcasting all day yesterday. Tell me about the figures. Has it gone down well?
Yeah. So the figures have gone down very well. So our viewers are so used to the air forces that we go to, all the bases that we go to, and suddenly I'm at a seaside resort. So it's quite exciting to see that. The figures were great. Lots of support. There was nothing going on for about an hour because I like to start up, get the buzz, and there was over 1,000 just tuned in, waiting for things to happen. But I talk about how the Red Arrow started. I'll talk about history, how formation flying, and the first air show. So I'll keep them entertained that way.
I suppose it's very different now. I mean, I don't know how far you go back with air shows and things, but this is a council-run event, so they're very much used to rely on local media for the coverage to bring in local people. But it's all changed now, isn't it? You're reaching a global audience.
Yes, so that's correct. So it's given that global audience to inspire people to come as well. So people that can't be here, people may not have heard of Eastbourne Airshow. They may not know. I mean, for one, 4 years ago, wouldn't even have a clue it was here. So I could say that there's probably lots of people like me out there that don't know about it. So they can view it, they can think something to do next year.
Absolutely. We hope we attract people from all over the world to come to Eastbourne next year. So finally, how can people find your channel and get involved?
Yeah, so you can just type in Ted Coningsby on YouTube. We do have social media, but our main format of broadcasting is through YouTube, and that's how you can find us. So if you like military aviation, because that's all we do, we don't do a civilian as such directly, but if you're a fan of military aviation, then tune in to Ted Coningsby on YouTube.